Okay. No, that don't look right. There. That looks much better. Ugh. Don't like it. There. Perfecto. Oh, my foot. Gotta scratch my foot. Anyway. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. There we go. And then we got all this. And put a little bit of that. Uh-oh. There we go. I wonder if it's too loud. I hope not. I really hope it's not too loud. Well, people can actually hear me. There. Oops. There. What's that here? Oops. Woo. Now that. And this. Mm, there. Mm, there. Yeah. That should be fine. Oops. I'm quite happy of the endless support that I have been getting with this series that I have made. Those of you who don't know, or who just got to the stream, or have no idea what's going on, I am drawing one of my OCs. He is my creator OCs, but he's not God. Their name is Hades, and yeah, this is the 10th OC that I am making, because technically there's technically 8 of them, but I'm doing 10 of them because the last 2 that I am currently doing / did is very important to the world building, and yeah, I'm just happy that people like this. It's something that people have been asking about, not like a lot, but people have been asking about my OCs, asking about, oh, will we ever get to know them? Will we ever see them again? And seeing how people actually adore them, I'm like, okay, cool. Cool, that's fine. I'll do that. So I just made it into a series, which is nice. Quite happy about it. And I scratch my nose. Is this good? I think this is good. I think this is fine. I want to preference that my creator OCs aren't inherently evil or good in any sort of way. They're more like lawful neutral and chaotic neutral, because they're just doing their jobs, basically. They aren't necessarily good or evil creatures. People have been confusing them as gods, but they're not gods. They're godlike. You know, they have the physical appearances, but they're not really gods. Best way I can describe them is two children playing Legos, or better yet, um, white diamond and pink diamond. So Hades is pink diamond, and Archangel, who's the other one, is white diamond. So yeah. I'm glad people have been interested in them. I mean, they haven't been interested in all of them. The least one that they have been interested in is Danny. But I don't really expect much from that. Anyway. But I'm glad people like her regardless, even if she's not as popular or well loved as the others. At least somebody likes her. So. Oops. Oops. That was, y'all did not see that? That was not planned. Y'all did not see that, okay? Absolutely not. I need to do different music choices for my YouTube live streams. And I also might need water. It's only 14 minutes. Interesting. I kind of expected something else. Hmm? Oh, hi. Hello. I did not see that. Thank you. Hello. I did not see. Oh, wait. Do you guys just message, right? Yeah, it says okay. I thought I missed something. Hello. I just looked over. I literally just looked over. Okay, phew. I thought I missed something, but I did not. Hi. Wait a darn minute. Aren't you supposed to be at work? Wait a darn minute. Aren't you supposed to be working? I hope my live stream isn't glitching or anything, because I think it was a couple of live streams ago, it was straight up glitching on me. It was so uncouth behavior, but it's okay, you know, it's fine. Also, sorry if I'm like super ultra duper randomly quiet. I'm just focusing on the line art. I usually start with line art on stream instead of sketching, because sketching alone. Okay, I am drawing my OC, my last OC for my series. I don't know if you're new I don't know if you're subscribed or not. I don't remember anyone, okay? That's like a half lie. This is Hades, my creator OC. He is the creator of destruction. Um, he's my 10th OC that I have to um, review because there are people um, um, in my comment section, both TikTok and YouTube, asking me, hey, what are your OCs? Can you explain us the lore of your OCs? And then I was like, alright, if you so insist, but don't blame me if you don't like it that much. So um, I made making, well, this is my 10th one, so, making um, 10 short series, video short series of all of my OCs, dating back from the end of, what's this, August? July, and then I would be basically done with this. So yeah. My last shorts video, which was on Tuesday, technically I'm supposed to be streaming on Tuesdays, but I was watching another YouTuber. Um, she was on live stream and she was playing a game, and I wanted to watch her, so I decided to stream today. So yeah. Anyway, so that's why I'm here now. The last video was of Hades' other half, named Archangel. Oh, hi. I expected you to sleep around this time. But hi. Um, Archangel is the creator of creation. A lot of people confuse these guys as gods or want to lump them as gods, but they're not gods at all. They're more like children playing Legos or White Diamond and Pink Diamond from Steven Universe. But they're not gods. Because gods would mean they are all-knowing and all-powerful and etc., etc. But to clear the air for anyone who is, oh, yay! But to clear the air for anyone who might be legitimately, oh, nice. Or for anyone that might be legitimately confused on what these guys are, their species is creator. That is their species. They are basically like, creators have their own little sandbox universe. So like pretend you have like a sandbox like Minecraft, and you're told to create a civilization full of different type of kingdoms and or towns, and have them run the way that you want them to. It's basically like that. They have a job to do. So with Archangel, what his job is that he creates things like the planets and the solar systems and all that other good stuff. And then you have Hades that destroys. But Hades don't just destroy just to destroy. Hades love chaos. Hades love chaos a lot, but the reason why they destroy is so then there won't be overpopulation in the universe. That's why Hades destroyed. Hades also created demons for each planet, so then there won't be an overpopulation of souls. I don't don't think I was clear enough. I don't remember what I said in one of my videos for one of my demon OCs, because I have 3 demon OCs. One of them is a fallen angel, but still count as a demon, and the other 2 are actual demons. So Hades created demons to eat souls um, from either living people or people that are dying. Just eating souls, right? But the issue is, right, is that sometimes demons don't like each other and they want to eat each other's souls. So Hades made a rule to where they can't eat each other's souls, because that goes against the rules and they will be severely punished if that happens. So, yeah. This is the official design that I made way before I decided to, well, I wouldn't say way before I started the series, but before I made it. I only made them way beforehand because I didn't feel like coming up with a proper design like currently, because that would hurt my head. And also, there's no right or wrong way to literally perceive them, because gender to them, they don't care. For Archangel and Hades, they don't care because they were never really assigned genders when they were first created themselves. It's almost like gender is foreign to them, but they will entertain the species that they have created, because for them it's just a social construct and not anything that is, actually serious to them. So the reason why I put the pronouns for all is that's the reason why. So whenever they do go to the planets, and like when they see the other species, depending on the species, they will end up looking something completely different. Where, like, if one person sees like a man, another person would see a woman. Or if they end up seeing like fire, another person sees like a tree. Something like that. But the only creatures that can actually see their true forms is angels and demons, because they were directly created from them. So they're the only species that can actually see what their true forms look like, which is this. I chose these designs because they're yin and yang. They are 2 sides of the same coin. They are not that much better than each other, and they're not that much worse. Okay? They're just there to do their jobs for the rest of eternity, or until they decided to destroy themselves or something. I don't know. I haven't really given them like too much lore thought, because, well, they're just here, okay? They're just here. But I feel like they're also important to mention. Sorry, my nose is like hating me so much. They hate me so much. I'm sorry. So, they're just here. You know what I'm saying? They're just here. Unlike the Archangel, who cares about, like, order and everything else, chaos is what fuels Hades, but not in, like, in a evil, type way, because they're not evil. They just think it's funny. They just think it's a giant joke to them, and that living beings are, they're important, but they're like, I guess you're important because it's my job, not I guess it's important because I love you. It's not like they have a super ultra duper attachment to them. It's more like they're doing it because they're told to. So, yeah. I wanted both of their designs to be similar and different because I feel like if I get the message across that they're meant to be interconnected in some form of way, they'll be like, ah, I see. Hmm. People might think they're like twins or siblings or relatives, but no, that's not what it is. Not even close. It's like the literal yin and yang, where you have the, what's it called? The evil and good, I think, and then you have the good and the evil. I think that's how that works. I think that's how it goes. I have the image in my head, but it's just not clicking. But yeah, quite proud of these designs, honestly. I chose thorns because I thought thorns would look cool. I don't know. I thought thorns would look extremely cool. And I chose purple, um, because this might sound ridiculous, but I had a previous design for both of them, right? And at that time, my art style and my art skills was trash, okay? It was horrid. And you might be wondering, it ain't that bad, right? No. It was ridiculous. Is this the same color as this? Yeah, that's the same color. Okay. It was absolutely horrid and ridiculous. Okay. So I changed up their entire look. Um, though that drawing was meant to show what they could look like to other people, but their official designs that I went with was so horrid and bad, it went against with what I wanted for them. So it was not giving. So yeah, I guess you can say I'm proud with what I got here. People seem to like it. I chose simple designs because I really don't like difficult designs. Not saying that I can't draw difficult designs, it hurts my brain and that I have to use every part of me to do it. I'm gonna turn the highlight. Oops, that did not happen. Luminosity, shine. Sorry, I'm blind. No, not blind. I I can't see far. I'm nearsighted, and I have astigmatism, so I can't really see anything. 30% luminosity. Okay, cool. I use the actual files. This is Krita, by the way, for those that don't know. I use the official, actual, original files because I use less than 20 layers to do my thing. Sometimes it's more than that, but usually it's less than 20 layers. Um, so I can go back and actually see what I did and what colors I used, what color layer thing I did, and the opacity, and yada yada yada, all that boring niche stuff. So yeah, I hope you find this somewhat entertaining. I don't know. I hope you find me entertaining. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Yes, 1,000 subs. That's what I'm trying to get to. So I really hope you guys like this kind of things for me. I usually just post shorts. When I first started out YouTube, which do not pay attention to my actual account and how long I had it. Yes, I know I had it since 2016, but at the time I was a minor, and I don't really know at the time I didn't know how to post videos, but I had that since I was a minor. So anyway, um, I was thinking, oh yeah, I posted regular videos speed paints, thinking that it would gain some attraction. But when I looked at my views and I looked at other people's views that also did the exact same thing as I did, it was not doing hot. It was doing cold. It was ice cold. It was not doing fantastic. So I was like, okay. And then I realized when I did my first short, which is by far the highest view count that I have ever, which is 6.9K views. Last time I checked, it could be 7.0. Who knows? I don't know. It was very overwhelmingly positive. Extremely overwhelmingly positive. So, yeah. And I should have just stayed with shorts, but I really wanted to branch out to um to videos, but that didn't work, so I just stayed with shorts. And here we are. Uh, so many lovely people that gave me lots of support with my shorts and with the series I'm doing. And I just wanted to say to anybody who has ever watched them or who is just new to my account or just passing by while scrolling in the shorts, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you got and your endless support. Even if when it's just a simple like or I don't know, a simple view. I don't know. I'm trying my best here. Next week is going to be something spectacular, I think. I don't know. I'm quite excited. Nervous, but also excited. Um, Someone asked me on TikTok if I could um, make a tutorial of how I draw bodies, both female and male, and I was like, yeah, sure, I can try my best. I just need people to understand that the way that I draw is not how you see other um, YouTubers do it, because there's a common um, anatomy um, way to do it. You got the shape method, like you got the circles and the ovals, and then you got the box method. I don't do either of those, and I know that sounds ridiculous because it's like, what? You don't do either one of those? No, I do not. Um, but I can just tell you here on live how I actually break it down. Because all the poses that I use is poses from Pinterest, but I don't like copy or trace because some of the artwork I do see on Pinterest that I really like and I use for poses are actual legitimate artwork, so I don't trace over them. Um, I know what my own anatomy should look like. Okay, so I'm gonna, oops, that was not supposed to happen. Okay, so I break this down within like several, like little increments. I don't pay attention to the body as a whole, so I pay attention to the head first. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how are you going to draw this without the head? I drew the head earlier. You're going to see this once I'm done. But I drew the head earlier, and then I erased it, and then I did all that. And then you did not see that. And then you have the chest slash back area, depending on where the person is looking or facing. The body is facing, I mean. And then you have the torso or the stomach, which would be like here, around here. And usually the stomach is always like a box, specifically a rectangular box. And depending on if the character is male or female, the hips would be either angular or rounded. And I say rounded instead of just circles or chubbiness is because it's more like a half circle. So it would be like a half circle here and like a half circle down to the leg. And then I would have the legs going slightly inwards, but not too inwards, okay? And then you got like the feet. I don't really draw toes because that's too much work. I don't wanna. And I could always have drawn hands ever since I was a child, but I decided to draw nubs for years on end. And I must say, drawing nubs is much harder than drawing hands. And that sounds silly, considering how you don't really need fingers to draw nubs. But it was hard because I couldn't express them the way that I want to. So one day, it was like recent, like last year, I popped up drawing hands. And my ex-friend was like, whoa, what the heck? How in the world did you do that? I'm like, me? I just got that aura in me. I'm just kidding. I always knew how to draw hands. And I'm pretty sure he believed me. But I don't know if he believed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you tell your friend something that's clearly true. Well, it may not seem true to them, but you can obviously prove it to them. It's like one of those. So, basically what I do is that I draw the nub first, or the shape of the hand, and then based on where the position of the hand is, I start from the thumb, or the back of the hand, or both. In this special case right here, I started from the palm of the hand because the way it was angled, and then I started from here and then up into there. I don't pay attention to the hand as a whole, if that makes sense. I pay attention to parts of the hand as if they are separate pieces, like puzzle pieces. So like, you have your hand here, right? Your middle finger is always the longest. You have your ring, pointy, pinky, then thumb. It's easier to start with the thumb or the pinky, the part that's connected to the wrist first, and then you worry about each part of your hand um, as you draw along. I hope what I'm telling you makes sense, because I probably sound absolutely ridiculous right now. But for me, it's easier to start with the wrist, the thumb, and then the fingers. It's okay if you don't get the fingers right the first time, because that's why we practice. Because, if you get perfect practice, then you have like perfect results or something like that. I don't remember. It's something that what my karate teacher used to tell me. I'm not in karate anymore, but it's just something that I remember when I draw though. Ugh, my nose sincerely hated me. Making these color themes or try to make it seem creative or cool, it's easier to just like imagine what you think the character should act like in terms of personality and stuff like that. And then you integrate it into the character. That sounds ridiculous, but that's how it works for me. I draw my characters as if I'm drawing a cartoon. So that's how my OCs looks more unique slash creative, or however people want to view them. I always thought that that's how everyone draws, but I was wrong. My bad to the rest of the human minds. I draw bodies is quite simple. Well, my creative process is more like I look up on Pinterest, depending on what I deem of what the character's design should be based on their personality, and then I go from there. I feel like bits and pieces of a character should reflect on their personality on the outside, because I feel like that's how I view people. I don't know what I'm saying makes sense. Like, um, for an alternative person who is like really chill and mellow or something like that, they would wear like certain types of clothing that would represent of their personality to replicate or reflect who they are as a person. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. I have autism. I'm autistic, so I hope I don't sound ridiculous or stupid or anything like that of the sort. I'm not very good with my words or explaining things very well. But the reason why my videos, at least my series, probably sound decent is because I wrote a script so I can. Sorry, I had a hiccup. So I can read out loud. Yay. Trying to have conscious thoughts don't work for me. Oh no. It throws me off. A lot of my friends ask me how do I draw so fast. It's quite simple. I don't lift up my stylus unless I'm doing line art and hatching, which is the shading part. If I'm coloring or even sketching, I do not lift up my stylus. Unless like I absolutely am to, but I don't really lift it up. Whee! And for those of you who are wondering, is this person going to render? I want to see what the rendering looks like. I don't render. I'm sorry to the masses. I don't render. That sounds insane. But I don't. I like to hatch, and it feels good. Hatching feels good to me. And also because I'm lazy. I feel like if anyone tries really hard, they could simply render. A lot of people say when it comes to brushes and stuff that you're a good artist because of your brush and not because of the skills that you have. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm very 50-50 because it depends on what program you're using. And it depends on what brush you use. Like, if you don't use like a very good brush, then sure, you can say that it's your skills that make it look cool. But if you're already using a brush that is fantabulous and you don't have to do much, then sure. But that doesn't make you any less of an artist, though. You can't just diminish yourself because of a tool that you're using. I only use these down here. These right here. I use the default pen. This is the eraser, and then here's the other eraser. This one is the airbrush. This one's the adjust dodge. This is the blender blur, also known as my Q-tip. This one is for freckles. the bottom one right here is for freckles. This one's here to make things darker. So, yeah. That's what I basically use. Do I think any of those brushes make me any better of an artist? No, but it does help me learn how I can use those perfectly. I really like Krita because it's free and everything that you need is right in front of you. I heard that when IBS Paint users come and like use a Krita program, they get so confused on what is going on. I used ISP. Oh my god, IBS Paint before. But that was like years ago, and I was like drawing on my phone with my finger, and I hated it. So I stopped using it. I hated it so much. Um, I like this a lot more because it reminds me of Adobe. I have a certification in graphic design, and this reminds me of Photoshop and InDesign mixed together. And that's why I like it a lot. There. So when I open this up, and I realized that this is exactly like Photoshop and not InDesign, like Illustrator and Photoshop mixed together, but just more art. I was like, huh, this is kind of cool. So that's what I did. I just roll with it. Though of course, when I first started out, my art was trash. Absolutely straight garbage, man. I told myself it was a deliberate choice to not use rendering and just to use hatching. But when I used hatching at the time, I didn't know how to exactly hatch and how to make it look good. So I tried to use like, you know, the color theory. Where like since this is purple, I would use yellow instead to combat it or whatever. Or like it would be extremely annoying. So you're probably wondering, oh, so what do you do now? I use grayscale, and then I just change the color. So like, since this is like purple, right? This one is more like a neutral, but it's like a little bit of a darker purple. Oh, my bad. I uh, I switched to a lighter gray, and then once I'm done hatching, I just like switch the um the colors. So yeah. Oh no! Yeah. Yeah. Now it's time to do the highlights and then the shading. There we go. Might eat food after this before I edit and upload. And when I put it on 30%, okay. That was exactly 30%. I'm a genius. That's exactly 30%. Rare times where this type of stuff happens. You know, I'm just kind of cool like that, guys. I'm just kidding. I try really hard. And then right here, let's put the point. Oh, the point's already at 3. To help me to do cross-hatching, I flip the canvas because it's so much easier to do so. Hmm? Did someone say something? Or my... Oh, no, I thought someone said something. Never mind, guys. That was just my notifications. If you're wondering, I stream on my phone, so... Uh, yeah, that'll work. Now it's time to add my signature. Yippee! Where should I put it? I'm trying to think. Either the here, here, maybe on the tail. No, maybe not on the tail. I'm gonna put it like here. There we go. This stream isn't over yet until we do the sacred ritual. You might be wondering, what in the world are you talking about? The sacred ritual. Well, I'm talking about the sacred ritual that I do every single time. And now it's exporting. I'm gonna show you guys what I have done. All in one little video thingy. Sometimes it glitches and it doesn't want to work. But I will show you guys the entire thing to show you guys that yeah, I did this. And I hope you guys like it. It's processing at the moment, so just give it a second. There you go. See what I'm talking about? The headpiece. Then I switched it. Sometimes this thing hates me so much. There we go. That is the entire stream / drawing of this, my last character of my series. This will be a VOD, and I hope you guys like it very much. Bye, guys.